Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kate and I love all things makeup, skincare, beauty, and fun. And today is super fun because we are going to be playing and testing out the new Don't Be Jelly 2.0 palette by Unearthly Cosmetics. If you're interested in indie makeup, colorful makeup, if you're interested in this product specifically, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel down below. But without any further ado, let's go. Okay, so as I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be playing with the new Don't Be Jelly 2.0 from Unearthly Cosmetics. I am so excited for this palette. This retails for $60. It has 4 duochromes, 2 multi-chromes, which I think both of those really add into the price. And then this is what the palette is looking like. I just feel like it's such a unique color story, and I completely get jellyfish vibes from this. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't like color, I think Unearthly as a brand right now is not going to be for you, just because their neutral shades or palettes are pretty limited. I personally love that this is super colorful, super bright. I like that there's a bit of depth here with this shade called Sea Urchin. I'm wondering how it's going to kind of play out as far as being able to create depth with some of the other shades. I think Sea Urchin will play really lovely with the purple and the blue. I'm just not so sure about this red shade here, or coral shade, I should say, called Coral. So we will see. I'm going to do some swatches, and then we will get to playing with this on the peepers. So this is that first row swatched out. Some of these, like this one right here, this is Hydrospace, is definitely a multi-chrome, but it looks definitely more to me like a topper shade, but they do swatch really beautiful. This is like the once over. This shade is like especially magical. Let me swatch the second row. This is that second row all swatched out. This shade right here, this is called Luminescence. I feel like it's my favorite shade so far. So stunning. Look at the shift. I don't even have a great camera and it can really pick up how special that shade is. I cannot wait. Don't mind my fingers. I cannot wait to get these on my eyes. I cannot wait. I would love to tell you that I'm not going to do a blue and purple look or a purple and green look, but I can assure you purple will be included. Because first of all, I love purple, and second of all, I'm just staying true to the jellyfish vibes, right? That's like a pretty good excuse to why I'm using purple for the like 17,000th time on my channel. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into playing with this. Okay, so we're gonna first go in with this really bright, almost neon purple called Sea Star, and we're going to take an E40 brush from Sigma. We're going to pick that up and we're going to just put that all in the crease. I did already set my eyes using my P. Louise base, and worth noting, my mirror is over here. So if you see me looking over here, I'm just making sure that I'm not messing this all up. So pigmented. I love how that looks. I like to use a mixture of swiping motions and tapping motions. I find that the tapping allows me to get a little bit more of a concentrated color payoff, whereas swiping, of course, allows me to really blend and make sure there's no harsh lines. I love how that looks. I love purple eyeshadow though, so I'm a little biased. There's not too much kick up in the pan, which I am grateful for. It's not one of those things that really bothers me too much, but it is something that makes doing my makeup a little bit more messy if there is a lot of kick up. However, I will take kick up and great pigmentation over no kick up and terrible pigmentation, but this purple is blending to the best of both worlds, where there's not a lot of kick up and beautiful blend and pigmentation. I love colorful makeup, but I find that I do it first before my base, so that if I have any fallout or if I make any mistakes, I can clean it up really easily. But I also find that I look absolutely silly before I get the base on. So just trust the process with this. Next, I'm going to go in with a small tapered blending brush. This is from Sigma. This is their E45. And we're going to go in with this shade here called Lagoon. It's that beautiful royal blue. And we're going to pop that into the deeper part of our crease. I'm not worrying too much about the outer corner because we are going to actually put that deeper purple down. I love how those two look together. That is like jellyfish vibes right there. I love that. I love how this is looking. These colors are blending together so beautifully and creating such a stunning gradient. I just love this. I'm going to go in with this domed utility brush by Sigma. This is their E34, and we are going to go in with this darker purple shade here called Sea Urchin, and we're just going to put that on our outer V. This is what I mean when I say I always, especially when I'm using colorful eyeshadow, I always seem to make some kind of like small error that is just so much easier to clean up if I don't have my base on. And for me, playing with makeup is not about being perfect. It's about the process, having fun, creating looks that I think are beautiful. So a perfect blend, a perfect eye is just not the goal here. The goal is to have fun and enjoy makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Glimmer Grasp. This is also by Unearthly Cosmetics. It is a glitter glue, and I love to use a glitter glue for shimmer shades 90% of the time, especially when I'm playing with like really special shades. I just find that even the top-notch quality shimmer shades, duochrome, multichromes, perform even better with a glimmer base. And this so happens to be my favorite one, and it so happens to also be from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is actually a super cost-effective product too, if you are looking for one. Using that flat domed brush, we are going to first go in with this darker shade here called Seascape. On camera, it's pulling super blue. The irony of it all is that in person, let's see if I can get it to shift. Yes, you can see this is how it looks to me in person. But then if I put it up, super shifty and beautiful. We're gonna put that just like right in here. So kind of on the outer 3/4 or 1/4, not 3/4, 1/4 of my lid. Wow, that is stunning. Stunning. And then on the rest of that lid, I cannot help myself. I have to use this shade called Luminescence, and I'm gonna shift it. So this is how I see it in the pan, is this like lilac color. But then if I shift it, it is a stunning pink. I'm just going to go back into that domed utility brush and go back into Lagoon and re-intensify it because we lost a little bit of our friend. Unearthly is one of those brands that is newer to me, but I am just very happy to be discovering them. I feel like I love the direction that they're going in. I love the products that I'm trying. Each product I feel like I like more than the last, which is just so exciting to me. And I personally am all too eager to support a smaller business versus a corporation. And indie shadows, in my humble opinion, just tend to significantly outperform mainstream shadows. That being said, a lot of my indie preferences are colorful. So if I am buying a mainstream palette, I'm typically buying something that's going to be more neutral and I don't want to say work friendly, because the reality of the situation is I will go to work looking like this because I think it's beautiful, but more like everyday, effortless. I typically go to like Natasha Denona, Too Faced, actually Sigma's an indie brand too. Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, although they might be indie too, but you get my point. Brands that are not sold in like a large retailer like Ulta or Sephora is where I typically get those palettes that are going to be more neutral and less special in the way that this is incredibly special. Does that make sense? I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my base, and then we will be back to finish up this look. I cannot stress enough how happy I am with where we're at right now. Okay, so this is our final makeup look. I'm very, very, very happy with it. You can see there's a little bit of transfer of those sparkly shades. That is inevitably going to happen to me because I have hooded eyes. So that is not a fault of the shadows. That is a fault of my genetics, which is just lovely. But moving swiftly along, my thoughts on this palette. $60 for an eyeshadow palette is definitely not cost effective, and it's definitely up there as far as price goes. That being said, there are a total of 6 really special shades in here. The mattes blended beautifully. I love how they blended individually and by themselves. So that being said, I'm very, very happy with the mattes. The duochromes also absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Duochromes and multichromes alike stunning on this. I have several at this point, several Unearthly Cosmetics palettes, and I feel like this one is my favorite. This, hands down, is my favorite. I didn't do an inner corner. Let's go in with Hydrospace real quick. I just realized. Exactly. That is so special. That's so, you're just not going to get this from Too Faced. You know what I mean? You're just not. You're not going to get this from Tarte. You're going to get this from Unearthly. I am quickly growing to love this brand more than others that I've loved for years in my collection. Their customer service is great. I will say that whilst waiting for my package, I did have to wait, I think 10 business days for them to ship my package. But that being said, I paid for 3-day shipping, and they definitely held true to that as far as it was here very quickly once they were able to ship it. That is not something that's going to bother me from a smaller indie brand. I'm willing to wait to get this kind of payoff, you know, to get this kind of va-va-voom look. I love this palette. I think if you like this color story, if you are in the market for more colorful, special multichrome and duochrome shadows, I really don't think this is a product that you would be disappointed with. I love their new packaging. with this. So this is the part that it comes in, and it has that really nice foam, so we're not worrying about our shadows breaking in transit. I love that Unearthly is elevating their brand and continuing to want to do better. That's something that I love from makeup brands, and that's coming from a place where I was already really happy with Unearthly's formulas and products, but the fact that they continue to strive to do better, I just love the brand. I just love the brand. I love this palette. Definitely, I think this is my new favorite palette. That being said, I do love purples and blues and greens, so it kind of makes sense, right, that it's going to fall under one of my personal favorites. But that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.